welcome to the second day of the Ottawa Network for Education's Café Spark. My name is Brady Jones. You know me from the morning hot tub on the new Hot 89.9. And right off the bat, I think it's very important. We talk about something and we address, well, the giant elephant in the room. Yeah, it's a perm. The morning hot tub made me do it. Mala Rush and Jenny said, hey, you should get a perm. You're in quarantine. You're not seeing anybody. You're definitely not hosting anything. You should totally perm your hair, Brady. It's going to be great. And obviously the results are fantastic. I look great. I look really good. And I know this whole weird full mustache and half beard combo, some would say questionable. Others would say incredibly handsome. So I'll just give you a moment. You can gawk at it. We'll get this over with, It's not bad. Okay, we're good. We can move on. We're talking about important things today. I just want to make sure that. Okay, all right, here we go. Let's get things started. All right, grab a mug, fill it with your favorite warm beverage or cold beverage. Really, there's no one here to judge you. Throw on your favorite sweatsuit and join us. The next 15 minutes, we're going to talk all about ONFE's school breakfast program and how they've adapted over the past year to the new COVID environment. On March 16th, 2020, school closures across Ontario, if you remember, they went into effect due to the COVID-19 pandemic, and ONFE's office went completely remote. And that's obviously going to pose some pretty major challenges. Immediately, ONFE was concerned about students' loss of school meals and ONFE's school breakfast program, in particular because they serve so many students, about 13,500 children and youth every single day. That's 2.5 million meals every single school year in Ottawa's 4 public school boards. Now, ONFE's school breakfast program team began to work around the clock to see what could be done to change the program model to something that could serve students during school closures and to ensure that no child in the Ottawa community was left without a healthy start to their day. Today's Café Spark is being presented by our friends at Emond Harnden. Now we'd like to welcome Lynn Harnden from Emond Harnden, who's going to say a few words to kick off our celebration today.
Good morning, everyone. I want to welcome you to Café Spark. Emond Harnden is thrilled to be the sponsor of Day 2 of Café Spark. We're proud to be part of the program of bringing breakfast to children in our community, and I'm happy to participate in this event with you. Emond Harnden has been a long-standing supporter of the breakfast program. A couple of reasons for that. One is that as a firm, we've always been committed to giving back to the community, and we've identified a particular need within our community associated with children who arrive at school without a nutritious breakfast. And when we learned about the breakfast program, we wanted to be part of it and a supporter of it. We're all well aware of the importance of children arriving at class in the morning with a nutritious breakfast. We're also well aware that if that's not the case, they don't start out on an equal footing with the other children in the class. And that's where the breakfast program comes in and is so important. And from our perspective, helping these children start their day in that way not only helps them have a better day, benefit from the instruction of their teachers, helps them have a better week, helps them succeed in a year, but it helps our community in so many other indirect ways in the years ahead, where these children have a better educational experience and are positioned to make a more positive and rich contribution to our community. So that gives you an idea of why we are very much as a firm committed to this program. When I was thinking of my remarks today, I was reminded of my own personal experience when I was a student in a one-room schoolhouse many, many years ago. And everyone in the school knew there was a local family whose children would arrive at school without a breakfast. And I can recall the teacher in the school, happened to be my mother, would find surreptitious ways of ensuring that those children received some snack as they started their day. And it's in the spirit of that memory that my firm is supporting this program today. And I hope that this event today inspires you to make continued contributions to the program. And on that topic, I'm happy to say that my understanding is that contributions made between March 1 and March 5 are matched by other donations. So it's a particularly important time to increase our contributions because they will have double the impact on our community. And finally, I just want to give a shout out to the Ottawa Network for Education, which has made extraordinary efforts to ensure that the important programming that it delivers to our community has not been affected by the conditions of the pandemic. I suspect everyone that's listening to this is well aware of the remarkable contributions made by the individuals involved in the organization, and join with me in thanking them for their efforts, because we all know the impact that they have had. Thanks again, and have a successful event.
Thank you, Lynn. That was fantastic. This week's Café Spark is really not possible without the very generous support of all of our sponsors, just like Emond Harnden, and we're so incredibly grateful. When ONFE was faced with the reality of a prolonged school closure, they knew that the delivery model of the school breakfast program needed to be adapted to meet children at home, and fast. Only 2 weeks after these closures were announced, ONFE's school breakfast program launched their breakfast program replacement kits. To tell us more about this remarkable pivot, and it really is extremely remarkable, I'd like to welcome Paul Gardner, Chair of ONFE's Board of Directors.
Hello, I'm Paul Gardner, Chair of the Board of the Ottawa Network for Education. An unofficial slogan of ONFE's school breakfast program is that it takes a village to feed a child. With the help of our village, we were able to create ONFE's school breakfast replacement kits to distribute to K-12 students across the city in March 2020, within 1 month of the beginning of the pandemic. With our key distribution partners, Jack Larrabee Distribution and the Ontario Student Nutrition Services, we quickly mobilized to send these kits into the community through the Ottawa Coalition of Community Houses and through community food cupboard partners. By the beginning of April, we had delivered over 1,500 boxes containing over 28,000 school meals, and every child housed in Ottawa's emergency shelters had received a box. As we saw the strain placed on families by COVID-19, we wanted to continue to do our part in supporting children in our city. We took the unprecedented step of delivering breakfast to these students all summer long, giving them the nutrition they needed to learn and grow. It was an isolating time for many children, and school breakfast replacement kits helped them feel a sense of normalcy, connection, and care from their school community. By the end of August, we had delivered over 710,000 meals to kids across Ottawa. While the majority of school breakfasts are now being served at school, the kit model is now being used to serve students who are learning at home. ONFE's school breakfast Learn at Home kits started delivering the community on January 18th to make sure that no student falls through the cracks. On behalf of the Ottawa Network for Education, I want to thank you for tuning in to Café Spark and for your donations. Every little bit helps us to serve kids in our community. I also want to extend our gratitude once again to the sponsors who are matching every gift during Café Spark, up to $35,000. We were grateful for some wonderful coverage of the school breakfast replacement kits this past summer. Please enjoy this feature by CTV News.
Starting the day with a healthy meal has been proven to help kids concentrate, but food insecurity can leave some without.
A local charity that serves up thousands of daily meals to schools is now delivering them right to their door and wants to continue throughout the summer. CTV's Tyler Fleming looks at how the community can help to make that happen.
If breakfast is the most important meal of the day,
Hi, Christine.
Christine Quete doesn't have to worry for nearly a month.
I have 4 kids.
Today's delivery of nutritious items includes milk, cereal, sugar-free applesauce.
The porridge is many things inside the box.
Healthy fuel for students getting ready for school.
They are helping. Serious, I'm so happy. If the kids, they are very, very happy for that.
Before the schools closed, the Ottawa Network for Education was serving meals in the classroom.
In normal times, we support 13,500 students every single day in 190 schools across Ottawa's 4 school boards.
For nearly 30 years, the nonprofit charity has been helping kids from kindergarten to grade 12 with the tools they need to succeed, and food helps. So when schools closed, Director Carolyn Hunter had to make a shift.
We reached out to the community and found partners to get food as quickly as possible to children and families.
Big smile on their face, getting breakfast and that.
Partners with a fleet of trucks like Jack Larrabee. He owns a distribution company. They receive, package, and deliver the food items.
You don't want to see kids not having food, right? So just a very good program.
Okay, you guys need a hand with that? Or?
His delivery to the Confederation Court Community House.
We serve about 120 families.
One of a coalition of 15 community houses that run social, recreation, and educational programs. Executive Director Andrea Thompson hands out the boxes with her team.
It's just a little bit of a supplement besides what they can get from a food bank or their grocery shopping.
As the school year wraps up, the program would as well, but this year they plan to keep going. Support has been strong. Nearly $140,000 has been raised.
We've got a $150,000 fundraising goal to get us through to the end of the summer.
Boxes can be bought online, helping to get through tough times.
You guys should think about us. I'm so very, very happy, especially my community.
Food for thought, teaching kids their community cares. Tyler Fleming, CTV News.
Thank you so much to CTV Ottawa for highlighting how ONFE is supporting food security right here in the Ottawa community. This work could clearly not be possible without our many, many dedicated partners like Jack Larrabee Distribution, Ontario Student Nutrition Services, and the 50 community agencies who manage the logistics of ensuring every child who needed a breakfast program replacement kit was able to access one. I'd like now to welcome Beth Tooley from the Ottawa Coalition of Community Houses to share their experience as one of the community agencies who is distributing the breakfast replacement kits.
Hi, my name is Beth Tooley, and I work with the Ottawa Coalition of Community Houses. Since April, community houses have been working closely with ONFE to get school meal replacement kits to hundreds of families living in social housing neighborhoods across Ottawa. With school closures and community-based after-school programs on hold, we knew there were children and youth who were going to be negatively impacted with the loss of not being able to access vital nutrition programs. Being located directly within a priority neighborhood, community houses were able to hit the ground running to get these resources into the hands that really needed them, and quickly. Food security is something that too many families in Ottawa struggle with every day. The pandemic further compounded these challenges for our families, whether it be transportation to a grocery store, concerns parents had about bringing their children to a grocery store with them, or simply having their children at home and having them eat more. Providing the meal replacement kits to families not only provided nutritional benefits, it was a way for community houses to keep connected to children and youth in a time that they were most at risk of becoming disengaged. There were some community houses that had their staff load the school meal replacement kits into wagons and went off door to door to hand them out. The parents appreciated the kits, but really the kids really enjoyed receiving them at their door, delivered safely from a friendly face that maybe they hadn't seen, in a while. And so distributing these meal kits really supported our work in tackling the growing issues around mental health in our communities. The school meal replacement program was a way of bringing some small, but certainly not insignificant sense of normalcy to students. It was snacks that they were used to eating when they were at school with their peers, and so it was nice to be able to deliver them to them. This program has been so important in the community. Many families are faced with the difficult decision to keep their children learning from home. The community houses, we're working with a lot of families who have made this difficult decision because they have a family member with a health issue in the home. As a community, we can support children and youth to ensure they are healthy, happy, and connected to the things that are most important to them. And definitely these school meal replacement kits have been doing just that.
Thank you so much, Beth, and all your colleagues for your commitment to creating a safe and healthy community. We really, really appreciate you. Collectively, we all understand how corporate and personal philanthropy can make a real and lasting difference in the lives of children in our community. We see it with ONFE literally all of the time. Being able to make this difference in our community, it's really not possible without many community supporters, including our corporate partners like IKEA. IKEA does fantastic work with ONFE. Over the last 15 years, IKEA has donated over $70,000 plus additional gift-in-kind products in support of the mission at ONFE's school breakfast program. It's really just an amazing partnership. I'd like to welcome Julie and Amadou to share why supporting the school breakfast program is so important to them.
Hi from IKEA Ottawa. ONFE, congratulations on 30 years of serving students in our community with the school breakfast program. You can be proud of the impact you're having on so many people in Ottawa. Even over the last year, when the program took on a different approach, you stepped up to have students from home.
At IKEA, we embrace the possibility to create a better life for the people and communities we're a part of. IKEA Ottawa has been supporting ONFE's school breakfast program for more than 15 years now. It started off as donation boxes at our cash lanes and has since developed into donations of breakfast food items, cookware items, bakeware, kitchen appliances, and let me tell you, a lot of children's dishes and cutlery. It's also evolved into financial contributions and volunteer opportunities with our coworkers. I wanted to share a story that highlights the kind of value the program provides to children and youth in our community. During one of the events where our coworkers volunteered to prepare breakfast kits for all of the kids at a nearby school, an ONFE team member shared with us that one of our coworkers had approached them and personally thanked them, because at one point this coworker had been a recipient of the program. They shared how the program was a comfort and a support system during their school years, and how they were grateful for what it provided in their time of need as a child. You might be surprised to know who and how many people the school breakfast program helps in our Ottawa community.
And we all know that with well-nourished bodies, our youth have more opportunity to develop well-nourished minds, to fuel their learning and engagement. As schools reopen, children will face the addition of new barriers and challenges on top of everything else. And as businesses in our community, what can we do today to support a better quality of life in our own backyards and help give our youth the tools to succeed from the beginning? The school's breakfast program nourishes healthy growth and potential for over 13,500 students each morning. I'd say that's consistently supportive and a great opportunity to have a positive impact on the many. Plus, that student might just turn out to be someone you know too. From all of us here at IKEA Ottawa, thank you, ONFE, and keep up the great work you're providing to the kids of Ottawa. Have a good day. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so much to everybody at IKEA for being such outstanding leaders in our community and for your generous supporting of the children and the youth in Ottawa. You guys are truly, truly fantastic. And hey, it's a great opportunity to remind everybody that throughout this week, thanks to the generous support of all of our sponsors, including today's presenting sponsor, Emond Harnden, all donations up to $35,000 are going to be matched dollar for dollar. So I encourage everyone watching right now to visit our website. It's onfe.ca, ONFE.ca, to help support ONFE's efforts to ensure every child in our community has a healthy meal to kick off their day. Look, we said it was going to be about 15 minutes. It's been about 15 minutes. Thank you so much. We've reached the end of day 2 of Café Spark, but we'll be back tomorrow, and we hope you'll be back as well. Join us tomorrow. We're going to be chatting with Ottawa's 2 French school boards. They're going to share how the school breakfast program has positively impacted their students. Thanks so much for spending the last 15 with us, and we'll talk to you tomorrow with the school breakfast program with ONFE. Have a great day.